Hello, my loyal listener people, if you actually exist. Um, and to all of my returning listener people, uh, if you actually exist. And to all of my new listener people, if you actually exist. So, welcome to another Dragonfly deck review. My name's Dan, Dragonfly9078. Um, and today I'll be talking about um, it's another what you might call a Billy deck, like like my rabbit deck was. If you watched that video, um, it's uh, it's cards that may not specifically fit together, but follow a theme. Like my rabbit deck had like Blade Rabbit, Mecha Bunny, Creepy Coney, all those kinds of things. Um, and the one I'll be talking about today actually is it's sort of a Billy deck in that, I mean, it's shark cards. Cards that are shark monsters. Shark, shark, shark. There's a lot of sharks. That is not a shark, but there's a lot of sharks. Um, they, I wouldn't quite call them an archetype because they don't have any like support cards. They don't have any cards that say like, uh, if you have this many shark monsters on the field, then you can do so and so or whatever, or you can summon shark monsters from your deck. No, but they do. They are like designed to work together, so they're kind of like an archetype. Um, and like because they're an archetype in the anime, and uh, there are some support cards for them in the anime. Um, if you're new to my videos, uh, I'm I'm just moving this card around so that I don't time out and have to like pause the video and stop recording, and because that gets really annoying. Especially when I'm just like talking right here at the beginning. So sharks are a very aggressive deck, as you might expect by virtue of them being sharks. Um, they're very aggressive. They're pretty good at XYZ summoning, and what actually spurred on this video was the debut of a brand new Shark XYZ number 47 Nightmare Shark. Um, this is probably the wrong time to do this because uh, the one of the new sets coming out, um, Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy, apparently does have some other shark cards, so this was probably the wrong time. But I'll go over those too. So they're a very aggressive deck. They can swarm the field pretty easily, and they're good at XYZ something. So let's uh, let's get into it. So first up, because by virtue of alphabetical order, um, one of the big bosses of the deck, Ancient Shark Hyper Megalodon. Um, it's a level 8 water monster, level 8 water fish monster. Sorry, all of the uh, all of the monsters in the main deck are fish. Um, Most of the ones in the extra deck are sea serpents, except for Leviathan Dragon, which is of course a dragon. But really, really, that's why I was moving the card around. Does that just not work, or do I? I guess I'll have to figure out something else I can do. Um, so anyway, Ancient Shark Hypermegalodon is a level 8 water fish monster, 2900 attack, 1300 defense. So, a bit lacking in the defense department, but its attack pretty much makes up for it. When it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target a monster your opponent controls and destroy it. And now I'm thinking, actually. I don't know, but they changed the name. Oh, I'll look for it later. There was a card, it was like, it used to be called, like, Battle Oxian or something like that. It was like a Battle Ox, but it was like a jellyfish Battle Ox or something. So, I'll look for it as I talk about this. So, next up is Cyber Shark. It's a level 5 water monster, water fish, 2100 attack, 2000 defense. But he is level 5. But if you have a water monster on the field, then you can normal summon him without tributing. So definitely a good card. It gets you a fairly strong monster without tributing, especially, I mean, it lets you basically keep the monster you had attributed for it. So, pretty decent. Double Shark is a level 4 fish, 1200 attack, 1600 defense. When it is normal summoned, you can reduce the levels of all face-up level 4 fish monsters you currently control by 1. So, all of your face-up level 4 fish monsters can become level 3, which, is generally for the purposes of XYZ summoning. And every turn it can attack twice per turn. Sorry, getting a bit tongue-tied. Double Shark can attack twice per turn. Pretty simple. He does have a counterpart in Spear Shark. Is a level 4 fish, 1600 attack, 1400 defense. When Spear Shark is normal summoned, you can increase the level of all level 3 fish monsters you control by 1. So, Double Shark makes your level 4s into level 3s. Spear Shark makes your level 3s into level 4s. If Spear Shark attacks a defense monster, it pierces, inflicts piercing battle damage. So Double Shark can attack twice, and Spear Shark pierces. So, pretty simple. Flyfang is a level 3 wind fish. I think that's the only card in here that's not water, actually. 1600 attack, 300 defense, also pierces. And then at the end of the battle phase, if it inflicted battle damage to your opponent, it is banished until your next standby phase. So this is one of a bunch of recent fish, aqua, and sea serpent monsters that whose effects revolve around banishing, or like banishing themselves, being banished, that sort of thing. I don't have many of them in here. I think I have like Flyfang, and I have Oaffish, and I guess Different Dimension Deep Sea Trench, which I'm just going to call DD Trench because I think that's what it used to be called, and it's easier to say than Different Dimension Deep Sea Trench. So this card is now DD Trench. Yeah. So Flyfang. Actually, just a sec. That requires level 3s, that requires level 4 waters, level 3s, level 4s, level 4s, level 4. Okay. So it being wind does not hinder anything. Hammer Shark. Level 4 water fish, 1700 attack, 1500 defense. Once per turn, you can reduce its level by 1, and if you do, special summon a level 3 or lower water monster from your hand. Again, good for XYZ summoning. Reduce it by 1, summon a level 3, XYZ, or reduce it again, summon a level 2, XYZ with that. or even reduce it again. Summon a level 1, XYZ with that. Yeah, so decent card, decent attack. Next is Metabo Shark. Um, level 4 fish, level 4 water fish, of course. 1800 attack, 500 defense. So again, lacking a bit in the defense. So far, the only, well, yeah, Megalodon, Double Shark, and Fly Fang and Metabo Shark so far have been a bit lacking in defense. It's not that, is it? No, okay. When Metabo Shark is normal summoned, you can select and return 2 fish monsters from your graveyard to your deck. So, there are several ways in this deck to special summon fish from your deck, so this can actually be really good. Basically recharging your deck. Here it is. Uminotaurus. Oh, it's an aqua though. I'll put it in the side deck. Sorry, Uminotaurus. Basically, if a fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control attacks a defense monster, then you inflict piercing damage. I thought it could be good with Megalodon with his effect, but I think I'll put it in the side deck, and if I need it, then I'll put it in. Yeah. Shark Cruiser is a level 5 fish, 1800 attack, 2200 defense. If it is destroyed while face up by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon up to 2 level 4 or lower water monsters from your deck. So, good with Metabo Shark to return cards to your deck. You can then special summon them if they're like all in your graveyard, but you need to special summon them. Shark Stickers is a level 3 fish, water fish, 200 attack, 1000 defense. It's actually not a shark. It's just kind of I think it's like a remora. When a fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster is normal or special summoned to your side of the field, you can special summon shark stickers from your hand. So good for XYZ summoning. Normal summon Fly Fang, and then special summon shark stickers, and then XYZ into something. Pretty standard. The only downside is that it can't be used for synchro, but there's no synchros in here, so it doesn't even matter. Spear Shark I went over. Super Ancient Deep Sea King Coelacanth. One of the other big bosses of this deck. Also not a shark, it is a coelacanth, which is a type of fish. 2800 attack, 2200 defense. It's a level 7 fish, water. Once per turn, you can discard a card to special summon as many level 4 or lower fish monsters as possible from your deck. They can't attack and their effects are negated, but this is excellent for pulling off XYZ summons. I think I've played in one duel. No, I played in 2 duels since I just today because I just put in Nightmare Shark, and I won a duel because I managed to summon Coelacanth and use his effect to get 2 monsters that I could XYZ into Bahamut Shark and then use his effect to get Nightmare Shark and win the duel. But I will go over how I did that a bit later. And then, the monsters you summoned with his effect can't attack, and their effects are negated if I did not say that. But if you're XYZ summoning with them, it hardly even matters. During either player's turn, when Coelacanth is targeted by a card effect while it's face up, you can tribute another fish monster you control to negate that activation and destroy the card. So with his effect summoning a ton of cards to the field, he can be pretty tough to kill. Unshaven Angler counts as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a water monster. Good for Coelacanth, good for Megalodon. 1500 attack, 1600 defense. Pretty straightforward. And level 4. Windup Shark, another level 4 fish, even though it looks like it should be a machine. 1500 attack, 1300 defense. When a wind-up monster is normal or special summoned to your side of the field, you can special summon Windup Shark from your hand. This is the only wind-up in here, so it will be Windup Shark activating, or it will be Windup Shark being summoned to special summon another Windup Shark. Once returned, you can either increase or decrease its level by 1 until the end phase. So, pretty good for XYZ summoning. I don't actually have any rank 5 XYZs, but I do have several rank 3s, several rank 4s, and there is a rank 5 Shark one coming out in the new set, which, again, I'll go over in a bit. XYZ Remora, our last monster before the for the extra deck. 800 attack and defense, level 4 fish. You can special summon it from your hand by detaching 2 XYZ materials from a monster you control, or monsters you control. When you do, you can target 2 level 4 fish monsters in your graveyard and special summon them in face-up defense position. They're negated. Their effects are negated, sorry. They can't change their battle positions, and they can't attack. Also, they can't be used as XYZ materials unless you're XYZing into a water monster. So all of my XYZs in here are water, so that restriction doesn't really apply for this deck. But yeah, it's a good way to go into another XYZ summon. Yeah, I mean, not sure what else I can say. Aquajet is a normal spell card. Pretty common in water decks. One face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control gets 1000 attack, and it is a permanent boost for as long as they are face-up on the field. Big Wave, Small Wave, a very useful card in water decks. You destroy every face-up water monster you control, then you can special summon water monsters from your hand up to the number of monsters destroyed by the effect of Big Wave, Small Wave. So this can be very good, especially with all the special summoning in this deck. Fill up your field with I guess monsters, and then actually heck, just have 2 water monsters, and then Big Wave, Small Wave for Coelacanth and Megalodon. Don't even have to sacrifice for them. It's a useful card. Sorry, bit yawning. Normal summon Remora. Use Shark Sticker's effect to special summon it. Big Wave, Small Wave into Cyber Shark and Shark Bruiser, or of course Megalodon and Coelacanth. Big Wave, Small Wave is a very useful card. DD Trench. You banish a water monster from your hand, graveyard, or that is face up on your side of the field. Then when DD Trench is destroyed, because it is a continuous spell card, you special summon that banished monster to your side of the field. Good way to get out your high-level monsters. Good way to retrieve a monster from the graveyard. There is some spell and trap destruction in here. You can use Fish Depth Charge or Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy it yourself, because you don't really want to rely on your opponent destroying them or destroying it. Yeah. Also, this O fish down here requires you to have a banished fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster, so you can use DD Trench to supply that. Yeah. Moray of Greed is a pretty decent drawing card, actually, I think. You shuffle 2 water monsters from your hand into the deck, then you draw 3 cards. So it can be pretty good, recycling your hand to draw a bit. MSTs, of course. Salvage, you've probably seen. You grab 2 water monsters with 1500 or less attack in your graveyard and put them in your hand. In this deck, that means Double Shark, Unshaven Angler, Shark Stickers, Windup Shark, or XYZ Remora. Is there any of these? Probably not. No. Alright, so you do have to get exactly 2, so if you only have 1 in your grave, then it's no good. These are all fish, so I am using Solidarity, of course. Yeah. I'm sure you know my reasoning. But just quick examples. Spear Shark and Fly Fang both become 2400 piercers. Double Shark becomes a 2000 attack power double attacker. I don't know. Yeah. Those are the only ones with effects that directly affect their battling, I suppose. But yeah. So that's Solidarity, of course. Surface is interesting. You pick a level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster in your graveyard, and special summon and face-up defense. So, what can that retrieve? Maybe I should take it out, because all it can grab, I'm now realizing, is Shark Stickers and Fly Fang. So, I might actually take this out. Maybe. Maybe not. Water Hazard, pretty good card. It's a continuous spell card. Once per turn, if you don't have a monster on your side of the field, you can special summon a level 4 or lower water monster from your hand. So, pretty decent, because then, of course, you can still normal summon or set. So a good way to get Cyber Shark out on the field. I don't know, special summon Windup Shark and use his effect, and then use the other two's effect if they're in your hand to just special summon those out onto the field. Yeah. Dark Bribe, I'm sure you know. Fish Depth Charge is a very useful card. You tribute a fish type monster to destroy a card on the field, and then you draw a card. So, pretty useful, can destroy, I don't know, an attacking monster, can destroy a face down spell or trap card, can destroy DD Trench to get your monster back, plus you get to draw a card. Yeah. O-Fish can negate an effect monster's activation and effect, and destroy the monster by shuffling a banished fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster into your main deck. So again, DD Trench. In one of my last duels, I was lucky enough to draw it after the guy had banished my Cyber Shark using Dimensional Prison. So that was pretty good. Poseidon Wave. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can negate the attack and then hit your opponent for 800 damage for every face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control. So this is a very swarming deck. You can easily get a good amount of damage off of this card,
and I do have 2 of them in here. Yeah. Splash Capture. Another way to banish cards for O-Fish. When your opponent XYZ summons, banish 2 fish monsters from your graveyard to take control of that XYZ monster. Yeah, pretty straightforward. The XYZs in this deck are Abyss Dweller, 1700 and 1400. It's a rank 4 Sea Serpent. Requires 2 level 4 monsters. While it has an XYZ material that was originally water, all of your water monsters get 500 attack power, extra attack power. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach an XYZ material from Abyss Dweller to negate all card effects, actually not negate, but to prevent the activation of all card effects that activate in your opponent's graveyard this turn. Bahamut Shark, pretty decent card. It's another Sea Serpent. 2600 attack, 2100 defense. Requires 2 level 4 water monsters. Once per turn, you can detach an XYZ material from it to special summon a rank 3 or lower water XYZ monster from your extra deck. But then Bahamut Shark cannot attack for the rest of the turn. So that could be... I would normally use it for Leviathan Dragon, but Nightmare Shark did just come out and is really good. And I'll go over that in just a second. You know Leviathan Dragon, I'm sure. Shark Drake requires 3 level 4 monsters. I definitely don't get this card out much. 2800 attack, 2100 defense. Once per turn, when it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can detach a material from it to special summon that destroyed monster back to your opponent's side of the field in face-up attack position, but with 1000 less attack power. And then Shark Drake can attack again. So, destroy a monster, you can bring it back to destroy it again and hit them for 1000 more life points than whatever you hit them for before. Probably, unless it was like in defense mode or something, I don't know. That does have an upgraded form, Shark Drake Vice. Requires 4 level 4 water monsters, or Shark Drake. Its effects only activate if your life points are 1000 or less, but if they are, then you can detach a material from this card and banish a monster from your graveyard to target a face-up monster on the field. Then that target's attack and defense becomes 0 until the end phase. Again, another good way to get cards banished for O-Fish. Yeah. Nightmare Shark, the newest one. 2000 attack, 2000 defense. Rank 3 Sea Serpent. Requires 2 level 3 monsters. When it is special summoned, so not just XYZ summoned, but special summoned, so by Bahamut Shark's effect, for example, you can attach a level 3 water monster from your hand or side of the field to it as an XYZ material. Once per turn, you can detach a material from Nightmare Shark to allow 1 water monster you control to attack directly this turn. But your other monsters can't attack this turn. Definitely a good card. I really like this card. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I really like this card. So that's all the shark that is in this deck so far. I did mention before, a couple times I think, that there are new sharks coming out in Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. I think there's like 3. There's Eagle Shark, which is a level 5 water fish, 1000 attack, 1800 defense. It can be normal summoned without a tribute if your opponent controls 2 or more monsters. And if you control a face-up Panther Shark, you can special summon Eagle Shark from your hand. But you can only have one face-up Eagle Shark. Panther Shark is its counterpart. Also, I mean, it's basically the same. It's another level 5 water fish. But this one has 1100 attack and 2000 defense. Has basically the same effect. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters, you can normal summon it without tributing. And if you control a face-up Eagle Shark, you can special summon Panther Shark from your hand. And you can only have one face-up Panther Shark at a time. So they do go together. And they are level 5, which leads into the final shark coming in the Tachyon Galaxy set, which is the new XYZ Shark Fortress. It's a rank 5 dark fish, so it's not a water monster. 2400 attack, 1800 defense. Requires 2 level 5 monsters because it is rank 5. Once per turn, you can detach an XYZ material from it to target a face-up monster you control. That target can attack twice during this turn. And as long as Shark Fortress is on the field, other monsters you control cannot be targeted for an attack. So this card, I'm just not even going to go back to it. This card combined with Nightmare Shark can be very good, because if you use both of their effects on the same monster, that monster can suddenly attack twice, and both of them can be direct attacks. So put that on Megalodon, the very first monster I showed y'all in this deck. So that's 2900 attack, directly to their life points twice, and every time it inflicts battle damage, you can destroy a monster they control. So this is a very aggressive deck. Oh, I wonder. I'm not sure, but maybe y'all know. Shark Fortress allows a monster you control to attack twice, yeah? So what if you use its effect on Double Shark? Because Double Shark can already attack twice. Does it still only attack twice, or... Yeah, it probably just still attacks twice. That's unfortunate, but whatever. So yeah, enough rambling. That's those are my sharks. That is my shark deck. I am not using all of the sharks that are available. There are some others that I'm just not going to go into right now because this video is really long and I need to stop making long videos. But I don't know, it always just seems to come out around 30 minutes. So hope you like the hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you see me on Dueling Network, pop in, say hi. I'll be looking forward to the new sharks. I don't use this deck that often, and actually I made it relatively recently, but it is a fun deck to use. And with Nightmare Shark, it definitely has a bit of added power and ferocity, like it needed more aggressiveness. So that's I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm sorry. I just keep rambling. I'm just gonna stop talking now. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.